babies.
Hey,
Raymond.
I can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Oh boy. Is
You
it
sure
my
that's
end or
not-
your end?
I can hear me.
Hold on. Let's see.
Oh man, I hope it's you. I really hope it's you.
It was me. It was me all along.
No shit.
Weird. I didn't even do anything. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
My fault. My fault.
It does happen. Computers, that's why everyone's afraid that computers are going to take over the world, because they do have a mind of their own. I have these monitors back
motherfucker.
here, and every third time I turn the computer on, something is different in the monitor. It doesn't link correctly. And that's what I think nerds sound like.
I like it.
Yeah, they're like playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, the nerds.
I'm the wizard. I like wizards. Big Lord of the Rings guy. Tolkien.
Are you really? You're a big Lord of the Rings guy? That movie
like
is terrible.
I like the movies. I don't know. I can't get into this with you today.
I'm just saying, they go on a fucking journey. Like,
yeah,
the
it's an
same
epic.
fucking
It's
plot.
like it's the epic. You know, that's a genre, and that's the one that is at the top of said genre.
I mean, I've seen them. I don't know. I just didn't. They're
That's
average at best.
That's not surprising at all. I mean, I'll give you this: they're no Prison Break.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear from you. Prison Break's in a league of their own.
Still talking about Prison Break?
Bill's a big superhero movie guy. Bill, what is your take on Lord of the Rings? The movies.
No.
Ah, yeah. Thanks,
They're
Bill.
long. I mean, I've seen them, but yeah, I wasn't.
What is it? It's like watching people go for a hike for fucking 3 movies.
9 hours. All they do is walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those spells and monsters and fairies and shit in between doesn't add to it at all.
No,
Or,
I'm not into. I'm not into
the
that
ever-ending battle between good and evil. No problem.
stuff. No, and I never watched The Hobbits because the Lord of the Rings. I went and saw the second one in theaters and fell asleep.
The Hobbit movies stink. They stretched that out. That was a money grab. I read the book when I was a kid. It was fine. The Lord of the Rings, I've never read the books because they're like this thick and I can't read good. But the movies are fucking great. If you don't like a good fantasy epic that you just get to go on a journey on for 9 hours, then you're just a hobo.
It's called Star Wars.
Yeah, it's basically Star Wars with elves. What the fuck is the problem?
Yeah, it's just. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if they were just so long. I've seen them. I don't think they're
you've seen
terrible, but they're not really like a rewatch for me.
Well, whatever.
neither.
You found yourself in the same boat as the obvious one with
Welcome.
movie.
Damn
Welcome.
That's the only way I can get Bill to agree with Ray is to honeypot him into the conversation.
Yeah,
before he
Bill's
knows it.
his whole take is gone now.
You honeyed me.
Yeah. Ray, it's good to have you back. Everything good?
Everything good.
Great. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. Monday headlines, April 26th. I got good at dates while you were gone.
I heard the show. I heard the shows. You guys did good.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you like them?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So you enjoyed the first 4 minutes of us just shitting on you?
Yeah.
Oh, today's
why not?
show, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, fine. Welcome to the show. Yeah, that was pretty good. I kind of forgot the extent to which Bill and I trashed you in that cold open.
It happens.
I
babe.
forgot too.
We made up for it though at the end of the show. Also, the two-man show would take a lot of time to get used to because that fucker was 58 minutes long. As me and Bill just
Put that on. I put it on and I'm like, when are you guys gonna start talking about draft busts? Like it took forever.
Well, half the time I was trying to write in your crayon and it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
And then I had to try to do the ledger. It just wasn't working.
I
Not
enjoyed
used
Bill
to it.
didn't know what chronological order was either. That made me
generally our sports takes are interrupted by your stupidity, so it lets me reset where we are and go, oh fuck, okay, we're running late. Let me move on here. Speaking of that, thanks. This is that's actually the perfect the way the show works. So we're going to start this off with Hop Passport, actually, which is the newest and greatest drinking accessory that you need. Ray has his. I have mine. Bill doesn't have his because he's half a mile away from Ray and he refuses to go drive it to him or mail it to him. But you can also get it digitally on your phone if you don't want to carry around a passport. It actually looks like a passport, but inside there's logos of breweries that you can go to. And at said breweries, you get half off your first 2 beers. You can use it for 12 months. It's good for 12 months. I've been saying the math works out. If you get 6 beers, you basically make your money's back. Make your money's back because the Hop Passport is $25. 6 beers, $6 or $7 a pint. Cut that in half. There you go. Do the math. But it gets better. Go to joinhoppassport.com/simple SIMPLE. You get $5 off. You're making money on a 6-pack of pints. Joinhoppassport.com. Drinks are on us. Simple Minds. Tough day. Sunday. Kind of a tough day in Boston sports. Had a couple rough losses there.
Red Sox won.
Red Sox are the best team in town, so
The game Bill watched.
Suck it, Ray.
I just watched the Bruins game. Shut up.
Bruins was tough, but I don't want to start there because it's going to be a lot of negativity, and I feel like we're in good mood. So let's start with the NFL and the New England Patriots. The NFL draft is on. Is this Thursday? Is day 1, and it starts at 8 p.m. Can we just bitch about that for a second?
Fucking West Coast, man. I can't wait for California to fall in the ocean.
Well, just think too, like
It's gonna be awesome.
Patriots pick at 15, so roughly it's like 9:45.
Yeah, and they're gonna
that's
they're gonna
half the
trade back,
draft.
so it's gonna be
That's
11:15
it's gonna
by
come
the
up to
time-
like 9:35 ish. We're like, all right, here we go, and then they're gonna be like, yep, there's a trade.
The good
Yeah.
thing is we could just jump on Twitter and read every pick before they come out, so it's a good way to keep up on that.
Well, that was kind of I phrased like the next. Oh, did I do that? We're gonna do draft talk on Tuesday, so I didn't put it on this one. We can talk about it. Is the draft overrated now? Like,
yes.
it's like, I'm torn. I don't want to get too far into it. We'll talk about it Tuesday, but it's a lot of excitement and it's very important to the teams. But the actual viewing of it, I don't last very long. Like, I don't last watching that. I don't get guys like Ray who sit down on their couch with a bag of chips and a 6-pack and watch on Saturday for like 4 fucking hours, going through Mel Kiper's like,
big board.
They throw the primetime music on and you see everyone's college highlights, and it was like, whoa, man, I could be doing something better.
But imagine it being like a Browns fan or Jets fan where you're like always in the top 5 pick, and that like
That's
is
true.
you're like, oh shit, this could be the cornerstone of our franchise. It could be turning everything around. For us, it's always we're picking 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We never have to worry about it because we've been great for so long. So like this is the first time in a long time we've been picking 15. So
That's true, and this one
worth
is
watching.
wildly important considering the Patriots don't have a quarterback that can actually function in the NFL on their team yet. And this draft is chock full of quarterbacks, but also just a ton of players. And the unpredictability, is this the most unpredictable draft that we've seen? I don't know, ever in a timeline. Bill, you're old. What, you've been watching it since the 70s.
I mean, it's got to be. Think about Atlanta picking at 4. I mean, that's really where the draft's going to start. You're pretty locked in the first 3 quarterbacks. So anything after 4 is kind of a crapshoot. Even at Cincinnati, they're sitting at 5. You don't know what they're going to do. Denver's looking for a quarterback. Fucking Carolina at 8. They're entertaining trades. They just made a quarterback. So I mean, the top 10 or 12 picks after.
But even San Francisco at 3, you don't know what quarterback they're taking.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be Mac Jones, but like
No, now it's Trey Lance.
Vegas flipped the odds 3 times in the past week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
look at those odds.
No shit. So the point is, yeah, it's probably more than likely going quarterback in the first 3. We're not sure exactly what that looks like. You got 2 more top 5 quarterbacks after that. You got some stud wide receivers that that'll go before that. Like the Patriots could be sitting at 15 and looking at a top 3 defensive player on the board, with a ton of other great defensive players still to pick. So, we'll get into this more on Tuesday, but obviously the elephant in the room is, will the Patriots select a quarterback in this draft? Let's put it that broadly. Not even first round. Will they select a quarterback with this draft?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not going to be the first round, but I think you have 2 second-round picks. I expect maybe one of those You know, the A&M kid there, the Florida kid there, you know, the guy from Wake Forest. There's all, you know, those are three solid second round quarterbacks, and I just feel like, you know, they're happy with Jarrett Stidham right now, which is surprising. But I just think it's all show. They were happy with him last year till June, so I expect them to take quarterback. I expect them to bring someone in to at least compete with those two right now. I mean, it just makes too much sense not to, and especially where you can get a guy that can even sit behind Cam or push him for the starting job in the second, maybe third round.
Oh God, I hate that. And the Jarrett Stidham stuff. Give me a break, Patriots.
Yeah, I think
Come
it's
on.
stupid too, but
Come on. Are
Yeah.
you gonna do like it's insulting? It's insulting that we're literally in the same exact position last year, where half of us said, "Fuck this, this isn't gonna work," but at least there was a chance. Now it's 100% not gonna work with either of these guys, and you want to pump up Jarrett Stidham again? You fucking kidding me? That being said, Ray, is Cam gonna be the starter week 1?
Yep. As long if there's no injuries to him in training camp or preseason, you will be a starter. Mike Florio has already came out and pretty much said that Bill Belichick, this is his boy. This is the guy he wants to roll with. He's only 31 years old. He's got 10 years left to play. So I think this is the quarterback going future wise too. I don't even think if they get a quarterback in the draft, I think it's Cam or bust right now. It's Cam Newton's job to lose.
I think so too. The only thing I'll say is the Patriots don't like it. You know, their reports are obviously they wanted Jimmy Garoppolo, but they were also they talked to Alex Smith and they talked about they talked about a contract with Alex Smith. So they've been sniffing around quarterbacks all offseason. Deshaun Watson was a big rumor until he started raping girls
out of the league.
Yeah,
rapey
fucker. So I don't know how you do that. I don't know how, if you're the Patriots organization, you put your GM hat and your coach hat on and go, we don't like this guy, but we're going to roll with him because we don't want to pay or we don't want to give up the draft capital to get a guy that we do like. It's fucking stupid. It's borderline criminal, you know, from that position.
Yeah, they're not going to give up another first to move into the top 10. They're not going to do that. Bill's never done that, you know, so I expect, you know, them to move back and stockpile picks, address the quarterback later on.
And I don't want them to move in the top 10, honestly. I don't want them to sacrifice a lot to go get a rookie who, by all accounts, is probably going to be a bust, because that's what the odds tell you on these first round quarterbacks who are taken too early for what they really are. So I don't mind, but if they wait till mid-second round and take a guy and he needs a year or two and it's Cam Newton that he's behind in that year or two, that's a fail. I mean, they fucked up. That's bad. If they go and get a Kellen Mond who comes in and by week 4, it's like, okay, there's rumblings. He could be in by week 6. Okay, I guess. Hopefully you tread water in that time and you're not 1-5 with Cam Newton as your starter, but you got a good enough team and a good enough coach. You went 7-9 last year. I guess maybe that's what they're hoping. You know, a rookie can come in mid-season and pick it up, or San Francisco finally, you know, drops their nuts and trades him Jimmy for a early second rounder.
You know what the best thing about this year is going to be? There's going to be fans in the stands. So there'll be boo birds flying down from the 300 section when Cam Newton starts playing like shit. So they didn't have that last year. There's no fans in the stands. So, you know, the organization probably just put it on the back burner this year. You're going to hear it. If he comes out looking like shit, going 1-5, you're going to hear it. And it's not going to be good.
That might be true. It's gonna be quick to boo season. And if Bud Lights weren't $18 a piece, they'd be tossing them on the field right along with them. So it'll be interesting. I still think Garoppolo's in play. I think the only guy that is going to move Cam Newton from that position of being your number one starter is Garoppolo. And I think he's in play. And I think Bill Belichick will wait it out as long as he possibly can to not give up a first round for him. We'll see if that works, but I think it's in play. All right, let's get into. Actually, let's keep the fun train rolling. We'll end bad. The Red Sox were down 2-1 in the series to the Mariners. Bats went cold. Seemed like over the weekend, pitching just wasn't good enough to carry them. But today they got the win, so that was good. Got done early and came back, got the win. Billy Baseball, you were paying attention to the local 9. Nice win.
Erod didn't look great. Didn't have his best stuff today, but he's only the second pitcher to get through 7 innings.
I was going to say that. You went 7 today, yeah.
Went 7 today, 3 runs, 6 hits, couple walks, couple strikeouts. I mean, he looked good. He needed it. I mean, your starting rotation right now is averaging under five innings per start. You need these guys to start going longer in a game. And you saw, a good bounce back from Adam Ottavino, came in, had a strikeout in the eighth, and then Barnes shut the door, two Ks in the ninth for the save. So I mean, it's good. You had some timely hitting. You jumped out 5-1, but you're 7-7 since you started 9-4. You're not trending in the right direction right now, and pitching's a major problem. I think your staff ERA right now is like 5.5 after the bad couple starts. I know in the doubleheader, couple, was it Saturday? They kind of took, or the other day, they're Cora's pulling his guys early with the 7 innings, but these guys got to go longer than 5 innings. Like, this is getting ridiculous, and you're going to start taxing the bullpen, and you refuse to use kind of Whitlock right now. You're kind of keeping him on every 4 or 5 days, and he's 11 Ks in 9 innings, and it's a shame they're not using him. But yeah, that's good bounce back. You're still 2.5 games up in the first place, so.
And they didn't bring jackets either, those guys. It's pretty cold up here in New England. Rich, I know you're in Maryland, but it's been a little brisk. Jacket weather, if you would. So, I mean, I know a lot of these pitchers didn't bring it, so that's probably what a lot of the problem is right now.
Yeah, Bill and I touched on the Garrett Richards issue and his no jacket having dumbass. That was another problem. We talked about Garrett Richards sucking for like 25 straight minutes.
There's a lot to talk about there.
He earned it. Yeah, no, he certainly earned it. And it was he was a big reason that they were going for a tied series and not a series that they could have won. But I think that's the bigger point. Like, we asked the question, what's this team long term and throughout the season? We all want them fighting for the playoffs, getting in there. Like, if you're not losing series on a regular basis, you're going to be fighting for the playoffs at the end of the season. That's it. From the simple math standpoint, if you're taking 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 2 and not 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4, then you're at the end of the season, that's going to put you at around 85 wins, which should get you in a decent position.
You got to start playing better at home. You got a losing record at home this year. You have a losing record at home dating back to 2018. You got to play better at home. Fenway is one of the biggest home field advantages in all of baseball, and you're not winning games. You're supposed to mash at Fenway. But I mean, again, it's good to see Erod get a win. They're 49-12 since he started since 2018 or 19. So as a team, I mean, he's. They're
biggest Erod fan on the planet right here. Biggest Erod fan on the planet.
Their best pitcher. I mean, he's been pitching good. Yeah, I expect a big season out of him. So
if he has a winning record at the end of the season, does he get knighted by you, Queen's Landing?
Yeah, I expect him to win 17 games this year.
Wow.
What's it gonna take for an Erod butthole tattoo?
Fuck off. He's already got a World Series.
20-0 Cy Young in a series.
Hey, he's pitched more innings right now than Garrett Richards and Perez have, and he's only pitched 3 starts. So that's promising.
Garrett fucking Richards. No, I didn't put this on the
Perez has been just as bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's not getting paid $10 million a year. He didn't come in with I almost got beeped. Aggie mustache. And
we call that an Oscar mustache.
And he doesn't make excuses every time he has a shitty game. Like, this guy, that Garrett Richards has dug a hole he will not get out of in Boston. He will be public enemy number 1. He could go 10-0 for the rest of the year, and at the end we'd be like, cool, but you're still a dick.
Yeah. Most insufferable pitcher that we've ever had, I think, since David Price. I think he's in the David Price category right now.
Yeah, you put that on. He was up there. Some other people had a couple decent.
Some people had. I was like, "Oof!" They're like, "Yeah, you traded this guy for this guy." I'm like, that doesn't make. No, I'm just calling them douchebag pitchers. Like, we've had a Mount Rushmore of douchebag pitchers.
Yeah, Kurt Schilling. Sure. Kurt Schilling earned his douchebag award after.
After.
He definitely could have been on there.
He's probably the worst.
That was after, but that was after his career was over in Boston.
John Lackey wasn't on the test, though, was it?
Yeah. John Lackey wasn't on there either.
John Lackey could have made that. That's for sure. Garrett Richards. Also, the other thing I put in the email, did you guys read or see? Did I send that to you? The JD Martinez comments about the launch angle stuff and how he kind of went off on a reporter like it's all bullshit, and take a look at the pitchers. They're either like, basically what he said is batters are just responding to what pitchers do. It was such a fucking tit for tat little grade school way of not taking any onus on how bad the game's gotten. But he had a little bit of a point. He's like, batters respond to the pitchers. So what pitchers have done is they've stopped being pitchers. They've stopped locating the ball around the plate, and they're either throwing 100 miles an hour at our shoulders or they're throwing ridiculous breaking shit below our knees. So, the hitters have just adapted where we're not spraying the ball around from guys that are pinpointing around the plate. We just have to catch up to a 100-mile fastball or golf a breaking ball. So that's what's creating the home runs.
Both are very hard.
Well, and it's all about strikeout. It's all about strikeouts too. I mean, you look at Frenchie Cordero has 28 strikeouts and like 49 at bats. Like it's all about strikeouts now. That's all the pitchers want. Like, look at Greg Maddux was never a huge strikeout guy, but he could pitch to contact. You don't see a lot of the pitch to contact hitters like pitchers anymore. It's all about the Ks. That's going to get you the money. It's all about the flashiness. But like people don't seem to care about the ERA. It's all about an outs and out. But they should.
Yeah,
it's the nerds. It's the goddamn nerds. We got to stuff them in lockers and not let them go up to those executive suites anymore.
But in response to JD Martinez, it's also the nerds telling them to lift their launch angle. Get it over the shift, put it out of the ballpark because a home run's better than a double. It's
ruining players too.
It's all connected. But I did think he had a little point. If pitchers are not throwing the ball in different locations of the plate, outside, inside, low and in, high and out, like hitters can't spray the ball around. They're limited with what they can do with the bat as well. So it's put them in this position where, well, if these are the two places you're going to throw it, then I might as well just get good at hitting those two places, or suck at swinging everywhere else around the plate. Is essentially what he was saying. I don't know. It all fucking sucks, JD. Your game is boring because of all of it, and you're part of it, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Bill asleep last week. 2-hour nap. Thought he was dead.
I was.
If I don't fucking text back in like 10 minutes.
It was hours, Bill. Hours.
I was sleeping.
We're worried. We're constantly worried.
You're old. We can't. What if you have fallen? I can't go to Queen's Landing.
No, not without
well, proper
permission.
Notification. Yeah.
Right.
I'd get click clack, motherfucker.
Put you on the list.
Dude, I was shocked that the Red Sox game was still not going on when the Bruins ended at about 6:00.
Yeah.
Bruins started at 1:10.
Got done quick today. I was surprised.
And the Red Sox started at 1:10. Bruins, it's because they were fucking on NBC, and took them 25 minutes to drop the puck.
I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that.
Why don't they just say 3:30?
Yeah,
pregame 3:00.
Because they're assholes. They want you to watch the fucking
pregame shit.
That's
why I love football.
Ratings.
That's why I love football. 12
football
o'clock
used
to watch.
to do that.
Yeah, but they don't do it anymore because they don't do it anymore.
Primetime games, they still do it a little bit.
Yeah, but that's nice, though. They give you a coverage of the whole day. It's nice. I like that.
But you don't like it about
Get his
hockey,
bag of
but
chips. I'm going to tune in. I'm tuning in, baby. What happened in that Cleveland game? I am interested.
Little Rodney Harrison breaking it down. I like it.
Yeah. Give me the latest on the latest on the baseball news. It sucks that the Dodgers and Padres are on the West Coast because that's going to be
a World
fun
Series
rivalry.
Ooh, Tatis mocking Trevor Bauer last night with that one arm after his second home run.
And Bauer came back at him on Twitter because it looked like Tatis peeked the sign and then poked one out on him and then fucking pimped him all the way around the bases. He jerked off in his face all the way around the bases.
And they were losing too, which is funny. Like I hate that shit in a losing game. Do it if you're winning, fine. But
that's true,
losing, dude. You're fucking losing.
No, wasn't the second? Didn't the second one give him the lead?
They lost 5. Oh, maybe because they lost.
I think the second one put him up 3-2. But either way,
Fernando Tatis Jr. is not losing at anything he does because he's making money. It doesn't matter. He doesn't.
That's true.
$30 million is going to some, shady business dealing. So good for him.
Hey, baseball been very, very good to him.
Yeah.
But either that they're tied in the series this year. There's bad blood. You got big time personalities going on. You got dorks and dweebs like David Price. If that could be fucking Red Sox Yankees, baseball would be back in the sports news in sports world.
Fuck yeah!
Every time they played, they'd be top of the headlines. But no one gives a fuck. No, they don't even they don't care. Even in San Diego and LA, they don't care enough.
Fans are in the stands there though now.
That's like 8 though. That's like 18 World Series games. It's fun to watch. Too bad they start at fucking 12 o'clock every goddamn night around here. Fucking Dodgers and Padres.
Well, the first one they didn't even have prime time. Like they didn't even.
No, it was like 6 o'clock our time.
They didn't have it on national TV. It was just like a local game. It was like these are your two premier teams. This is why you're fucking dead to me.
ESPN should be all over that every day.
Idiots.
game.
Every time they're in the series, ESPN should be on that.
No, LeBron James is playing. It's all about LeBron right now.
Yeah. LeBron. All right. Nice segue.
Look
Producer
at
Bill.
Bill. Producer Bill didn't take his shoes off. Nice. I like it.
A little basketball segue, and a little hashtag dead to me, which this team is to you two. Celtics lose a terrible game to the Hornets on Sunday. Reverted right back to the bad type of basketball that we saw most of the season. That was after a tough loss against the Nets, which I was willing to give them a little bit of credit for, considering half their fucking team was injured. Let me just give you the somewhat excuse making, and then you guys can bash them. They had Kemba back, they had Jalen back, they had Fournier back, they had all the guys that have been injured for a long time. It clearly looked like they had no chemistry. It clearly looked like some of them were gassed. Mentally, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Marcus Smart had a nice little offensive run, which turned him to Allen Iverson. The one play that that you could play this on loop, and this would be the Celtics season. Brad Wanamaker drove left on Marcus Smart one-on-one for an uncontested layup. That was how badly the Celtics did not give
He's
a
on
shit
Charlotte now?
today. Yeah, he's on Charlotte.
Huh. Golden State.
So he got cut, and then he just drove by Marcus Smart like he was wearing lead boots.
Our
Bad
favorite
game.
Wanamaker.
Bad game. That's 2 losses in a row after a nice little string of wins. We know that every win is important here with the seedings. So go ahead, Ray. Give me your fire everybody take.
No, not fire everyone, but just get the season over with. These guys don't care. It starts with your 2 leaders, the Jays. He doesn't care. He doesn't give 2 shits. He just wants to go home to Deuce and bang all his multiple girlfriends that Bill's been saying that he has.
Whoa.
It's not allegedly. It's allegedly. So, but yeah, this team doesn't care. The chemistry, yeah, they're young. They're not there yet. I mean, they're the 6th seed. They're tied right now for the 6th seed. If Miami wins tonight or tomorrow, then they're back to the 7th seed. They're in the play-in game. Make them lose. Make them fucking get cut. I'm
Told
done.
you, they don't know how to win. You know, it was all fool's gold to watch them win. What, six in a row, 7 in a row, 9 out of 10.
It was good though, but Tatum was on a tear. Now he's cold, and I guess if he's cold, no one else cares to play. So
And it's like the games that you think they should win. Don't overestimate the fucking Nets. Were pretty banged up, right? They only had Kyrie Irving.
and Kyrie was fasting for Ramadan.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Shalom.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't
See, this is why it sucks for the other show, right? You know, I had some good thoughts and then you fucking ruined it. Now I'm done.
You didn't even watch the game.
Yeah, but he had good thoughts about not watching the game.
That's right.
I don't think I've been saying this all year. I don't think it's that they necessarily don't care. I just maybe it's a little bit of combination. Bill might be closer to the bone. They just don't know how to be professionals. Like, you can't just fucking show up and slap it out there. Every single game, you have to come and play hard. I will say this. If you look around the league, there's not a lot of teams that have been running ripshot through the season. You had the Bucks that went on a terrible slump in the midseason. The Nets obviously been dealing with. Miami was awful to start the year. Look at Toronto. I mean, granted, they've had to play in Florida. They literally haven't even been home, but they are not a playoff team after, being.
We have a bet about that there, Richard.
We do?
Yep.
Check the ledger. What's the bet? And if I lose, I'm not doing anything until Bill reads a poem with a dress on. So my point is,
the losers sing. So for the listeners, Richard and I made a bet before the NBA season. I have my Washington Wizards. He has his Toronto Raptors. Whoever finished higher in the seedings, the loser has to sing WAP on one of the shows.
So Ray, you practicing yet?
I'm winning. I'm in the playoffs.
Washington's in the playoffs?
Toronto is not.
They're battling for like 10th. And I think Toronto's
that's
in like 12th.
still the playoffs.
Yeah, I might lose that.
Find the chords out, Dink, because
there
you're
might
gonna
be some
singing.
WAP. I guess my greater point here is Danny Ainge said this. He had some comments about the schedule, and he was asked about Kemba's back-to-back, and he's like, I don't think anybody should be playing back-to-back. The schedule is wildly condensed. You can see it on every single team. And normally I would say, fuck you, like, go out there and play. You're 23 years old. But I think you can see it across the league. And maybe everyone's a pussy across the league, or maybe they're not. But these guys are run down after not really having an off season. I'm not trying to make excuses. I get they played millions of dollars to go play a game, but I think that there are some physical things going on. Jason Tatum had fucking COVID. I think there are some physical things going on throughout the game and in hockey. I think you're seeing it in the NHL too.
Same thing with hockey. Yep.
So if this was a game where they're run down, look, I'm still going to give the Celtics the benefit of the doubt. They gotta still come back and finish strong. The big problems that are within this team are bigger than this year. It's still they don't understand how to win. It's still they're young. It's still they're led by a 23 and 24-year-old, and you're going to see shitty outputs like this from time to time when that's your team. And your bench is abysmal. It's awful. So you're a mediocre team.
Yeah, let him work his way back at least. But yeah, I don't trust this team. I've been down. Budding all-star Jason Tatum. Just can't do it.
Budding superstar.
Can't do it.
Last question on the Celtics. Given what we know now, if you could go back and give me an honest take, don't tell me fucking the lottery. What would be your expectations of this team? Like, call it a successful season. Because I think people came into this with a little bit too lofty heights for this team after what they've done. You two
included.
I'm not changing my fucking answer. I said a successful season would be getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals, which you have 2 All-Stars, 3 if you count Kemba. You should be able to do that. And if they didn't take a dump in the middle of the season, they'd be on track to be a top 3 seed in the East with a chance to do that. They're underachieving and they will underachieve. But are you going to Ray had him going to the fucking finals. So
I still have him losing in the second round.
Top 4, honestly, at the beginning of the season, top 4. That would have been a very with 76ers being loaded, the Nets being really loaded, and Milwaukee always playing really good regular season basketball. I think a 4 seed would have been really good.
I think I had him there at 4 coming in.
So now, if they get in there, if they get to the second round and they play the Nets and they take them to 6 and it's somewhat competitive, is that a success? Is that a can you come out of the season and go, okay, they kind of figured it out and they had a okay season?
No, we're not. This is not a participation trophy award winner. We're not the Indianapolis Colts. You got to make noise, and that's not making noise. Just going 6 games with the Nets.
And you went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, so you're taking a step back from what you did last year. It's not.
Yeah, but you lost the All-Star.
Who?
Gordon Hayward.
No. Never played. How's he an All-Star?
He played yet today, didn't he?
Nope.
I thought he did.
He's still out. He's hurt. Weird, huh?
I think if you take...
We still lost, so what does that tell you?
I think if you take a fully stacked Brooklyn Nets team to a competitive 6 games, yeah, I'm not going to say the season is a success, but I'm going to feel better about next season. So at least they built on something. At least they're moving towards something.
I'll change my answer because I know it's not going to ever happen. They're going to get swept in 4 games. So, yeah, it'll be great if they go 6 games against the Nets. Yeah, great.
They could steal 1.
Yeah, okay. They go 4-1. Yeah, great.
Okay, fine. Same question, Bruins, who dropped a bad one to the Sabres over the weekend and then just lost 1-0 in an absolute grind of a game on today, Sunday. Swayman back in net. Swayman still looked excellent, but they just could not put the puck in the net. Thoughts on the Bruins?
Yeah, I mean, the Buffalo one, they won 6 in a row. You kind of had a letdown. It goes back to the fact that you just played 3 straight games, 4 out of, 6 you've played them. Crazy. So it's kind of the familiarity right now. You got another 2 left with them. Today's game, I thought Swayman was awesome. He made a lot of huge saves. Bruins, no high leverage shots. I don't think Jaffrey made a lot of great saves, or Jari, made a lot of great saves. I think, they just kept pounding into his chest. It was a grind, though. It felt like playoff hockey, and this is a team you're probably going to see. But you had your chance to really make a move. Now Pittsburgh's the number 1 seed. They just passed Washington. Yeah.
Washington has the game today, and if they win, so they have to wait.
Right now, they're in the number 1 seed because they have more points. So... I mean, you were within 4 of Washington. I mean, you want to move up the standings, and you got to hold off the Rangers. They're 5-2 in their last 7 games, and they're looking strong. And now you're
6 games up. 6 games up on them.
5 points up after the Buffalo loss, I think.
6 games up on New York.
It's points, right? So it'd be 3, but close.
6 points up on New York.
Oh, it's good to have you back, bottom of the totem pole of dumb.
Thank you.
Well, you got the Penguins again on Tuesday. You got the Sabres again on Thursday. You got the Sabres again on Saturday. Fine. If you want to give them one, Bill, I hate how Bill is so transparent about how much he hates basketball in the Celtics, and he's got a soft, little, gushy butthole tattoo heart for the fucking
I
Bruins.
love the Bruins.
He's been giving them, even except for DeBrusque, who he wrote one blog on this entire year. He wrote "I hate Jake DeBrusque" blog, and other than that, it's been no. They're okay. They're okay.
Busy.
Tuukka Rask will come back. Tuukka Rask will come back. He'll be okay.
You might
He
not
got
need him,
pulled.
honestly.
You got bowled on Saturday.
Yeah, you get Halak in there, get him a little reps, but I mean,
Oh yeah, get him a little, couple
No.
reps.
they were bad. They were
All
bad.
right.
Bergeron was out. No excuse. They were bad. I thought they got bad play today. I mean, this is the first time in NHL this year, no goals or no penalties through the first two periods for both teams. The last penalty was called under 2 minutes left after the Bruins pulled their goalie. That was the first penalty of the game, and that they've been probably the most penalized team in the last 7-8 games. They were getting 5 or 6 a fucking game.
That
they
game,
look good. The way Swayman's playing right now, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, Rich, but he might make it harder for Rask to get in there, and especially if he looks like he did in Buffalo. And Swayman, I thought he played really good today. I thought the goal he gave up was a little soft. I thought he was right on there. He kind of went glove side a little over him, but
I don't know. That was traffic. That was a fucking snipe.
I thought he was wide open. I thought he had a clear view on it. But either way, I mean, he's, if Rask can't pick up his play, it looks like he did Buffalo. I mean, Swayman's making it real hard for it to be.
Yeah, that back might quote unquote flare up again.
Did you change your take on Halak being the guy and sending Swayman back down to Providence, or?
We got to move.
No, I said if he was playing, like I said, if you're going to play Swayman, then leave him up here. But if you're not going to play him, at least get him playing time in Providence. I don't think Halak should play.
This is a fence, and this is where Bill is. Just right up his
I want
asshole.
Because he's always right, no matter what.
I want
right.
Swayman. He looks like the best goalie on the team right now, just the way he's been playing in his 7 games. So
He ain't no dummy. I'll tell you this, though. In the next handful of games, you better make a move because the end of this schedule is going to make or break you. So you get through the Penguins, then you got Sabres, Devils, and then
you haven't beat the Devils yet this year, so that's tough.
Yeah, but they just traded. They kind of.
Yeah, watch. They'll still lose 1 out of 2. Watch.
Probably. And then you got Rangers on a Thursday, Saturday, and Islanders, and then Capitals on a Monday, Tuesday. So Rangers, Islanders, Capitals to end the season. Yeah, we were just talking about getting back into first place, and now you're like, don't fucking blow it and miss the playoffs. It's a crazy year. The way the schedule all worked out and the way the divisions are, we kind of anticipated this coming, but now to see it all kind of transform. I mean, if they go out and have a bad run, I don't think they're going to.
I don't think so either.
I think you're right. I think that they might put themselves in a position where they have to have a short leash on Tuukka if Swayman's playing this well, and now you're fighting for playoffs. You can't throw a guy out there who's loose.
Halak, you can't really. I mean, Cassidy kind of already alluded to that earlier this week, as saying, you're running out of racetrack. Basically, you only got 10 games left, 9 games left after today, I believe. So, I mean, there's not enough games to get 3 goalies hot. So it looks like Halak's going to be the odd man out. He took a long time. He took 4 weeks to come back for COVID. So obviously he had a pretty bad bout of it. It was good to get him some kind of minutes, but the way Swayman's playing right now, it looks like he's your backup going forward. So, I mean, unless Rask get hurt, at this point, I mean, ride the hot hand, ride the kid. You're playing well in front of him.
Got him. Finally got him there. See you, Tuukka. See you in Game 7. All right. Lastly, Usman killed Masvidal and then killed him again 3 more times with a couple hammer punches. That was one of the best. Yeah, one of the cleanest knockouts I've seen in a long time.
Did you see the picture
sweat
with
just
all the
fucking
sweat everywhere? Dude, that was one of the best. And then after, you guys probably didn't realize whether the the press conference after. Word for word, he said the exact same thing Masvidal said when he knocked out Ben Askren with the knee. Like, were those punches necessary? Literally word for fucking word.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So if you look them back to back, go look at the press conferences, because he's like, what do you mean extra punches? Yeah. I fight to the bell, whatever. Ref didn't pull me off, and then Masvidal said the same exact thing. But it was a fucking great night of fights. 3
Is
title
Masvidal
fights.
hated? Is he kind of not respected or hated across
No, everyone likes him. I mean, they gave him the excuse that he took the fight on 6 days' notice the last time. He went the distance, but dude, Usman gets better and better every fight. He's won 18 fights in a row or something like that.
What do you say too? You want violence, you got it, or something like that too.
Yeah, dude, there was fight. I mean, even the Woods, fucking
Thug Rose.
Namagunas knocked out Zhang Weili with a fucking. Is that her name? I don't know. Weili.
You're Chinese. Your Mandarin is on point, Bill.
It's terrible.
Zhang Weili?
She took a fucking shin to the face, knocked her out cold. You know,
Uh,
Rose is the first woman to ever win the title after she lost it. So I don't know this fucking.
That's
names.
what Bill calls his dick now. Come on over, Zhang Wee Wee's ready. I'm just washing up Zhang Wee Wee for the evening.
the Weidman though, the fucking
That
him
was disgusting. I love how he didn't
Ugh.
even realize his leg was broken until he
try to put it down.
put it down and the leg
Whoa.
just snapped backwards. I'm like, oh my
Dude,
fucking god.
that replay, like the first one you saw it and you're like, ooh, that's bad. And then the reverse angle where he puts it on the, it's like, I'm like,
Ugh.
I get wheezy watching that stuff, but I'm usually okay. That one actually brought a little bit of puke in my mouth.
That's something weird too, because like he broke Anderson Silva's leg the same exact way, blocked a leg kick, and his leg snapped out of the fucking skin. Dude, this is disgusting.
Dude,
And
I'm
like,
sorry. I know I'm not the. Sorry to cut you off, Bill. I
Yeah.
know I'm not the biggest UFC guy, but I also just don't necessarily understand combat sports. And that boxing, I understand a lot more than UFC. Like, why the fuck you kicking each other's shins? Like, I get you. It bruises them and weakens them, and you try to get into a grapple. I kind of understand the strategy of it, but how many times have you seen this? Like, you're just smashing heavy sticks against each other, waiting for one to snap. Have you never like played
it's
with
insane.
sticks as a
It's
kid?
insane. Like you see, like the
They
shin on
snap.
shin is ridiculous. But it happened
Fucking
early.
gross. You ever hit your shin on something?
Oh yeah.
It hurts like a
Yeah.
bitch.
You almost
An-
want to cry, but you're just a man. You're like, ah.
Anthony
Stubbed my toe
Lionheart
today. I
yeah.
fucking swore up a storm for like 12 minutes.
Anthony Lionheart Smith earlier in the fight earlier in the night did the same as I think the Crudo, I think his name was. He fucking kicked him right in the hamstring. Dude, he thought he could walk it up, put his leg down, and just collapsed underneath him. So then the doctor stopped the fight, I think, after the first round, and it was he kept trying to walk and like he couldn't put any weight on it, and it was just
Been
a
there.
kick. It was just a kick right above the kneecap, but on the
Ugh.
backside where the hamstring was, and he must have just got the worst fucking dead leg ever because he could not put anything on it. He was trying to fight it off. He's like, "No, I'm going," and the doctor's like, "No, you're done."
Dude, just animals.
done.
How do you mentally come back from that and then like, okay, you're safe, and you go and kick something as hard as you can again with your shin after you
Cocaine.
snapped it in half?
Dude, and then fucking Dana White, he's like, yeah, Uriah Hall is the first one to ever win a fight without throwing a strike. It's like, all right, dude, come on, really? This is the time to say this? Have this guy's legs hanging on my fucking
dumping-
skin?
Dumping dirt on a dead man. All right, quickly, we're out of time here, but so Covington it was announced basically that's
He's
next
got
fight.
it, yeah,
They're gonna,
Colby Covington, yeah.
and then McGregor called him out. McGregor's trying to keep his career alive, right?
Well, Usman kind of alluded to him. He's been ducking him or something. I don't know, but he's got to get through Dustin Poirier July 10th. He doesn't win Dustin Poirier, he's never going to get a big fight again. This is it. He's got to win this. He's lost a lot of fights the last couple of years. He's got to win this fight. That's it.
Okay. Well, that's good. Ray, real quickly.
Fuck you guys. First of all,
first
fuck you
time
guys. I listened
fans-
to the show. You guys had like a 10-minute conversation about soccer. Billy on the pitch was back in full fucking strike.
Ray.
And now you're coming to soccer and me. No.
This
No.
is important. It's the first time fans were back in Gillette since 2019. The Revs
119
won.
days.
They had a game. So we wanted to hear a little bit about the Revs talk, about the Revs game and a little bit of soccer talk.
All right. Well, the
I
Revs
will
beat-
tell you, though, that we only have about 14 seconds because we did run late. So if you could do it pretty quickly, you're actually down to 4.
Oh, Revs beat the DC United
Thank
on
you.
own goal.
That's
It
actually all
is
the time
1
we have
nothing
for Soccer
win.
Talk. It's been the Tip of Mind Sports Show. Monday headlines, April 26th. We'll see you on Tuesday for some draft talk. Bye-bye.
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 Sons of bitches.
Hey, when we don't have our third wheel here, we roll off in tangents about talking anything we want.
Yeah, we don't have
Doesn't-
someone ruining all our points.
I
with
was
this
yelling
dumb thing.
driving home, being like, those motherfuckers are talking soccer right now. Like, solid 10 minutes. I was
That
like,
was a Sunday show, wasn't it? Was
Yeah.
that after we got done trashing Ray?
yes. Yeah, you trashed me and then you talked soccer. I'm like, fucking throw salt in the wound, boys.
Yeah. What'd you think? What'd you think of the header on Saturday from the Spurs?
Own goal, yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking Stella. Sorry, Ray.
All right.
So I guess the MLS has started back up.
going on.